p.m., the River North District erupted. At 311 West Chicago Avenue, outside Artist Restaurant and Lounge, a mixtape release party for local rapper Mellow Bucks had just ended. As a crowd milled outside, a dark-colored car pulled up and someone opened fire. In seconds, 4 people lay dead, and at least 14 others were injured. Among
I get these tries, call me granny, pray for me. This shit ain't make believe, I'm never where it's safe for me. I know I hang with folks just for you think about snaking me. This bitch ass take 100 for
of the city's first major gang loss of the summer. Daniel Parker, known in the streets as Danny from Duffel Gang AMG 130, was found bleeding out on the sidewalk of the 300 block of South Langley Avenue in Altgeld Gardens. The call came in at 10:25 p.m. Paramedics rushed him to University of Chicago Medical Center, but he didn't make it. Parker, just 29 years old, lived on the 6700 block of South Evans Avenue, but his life ended far from home, under the cold,
that boy looked cracked out,
orange glow of the streetlights in Altgeld. No one was ever arrested. Just one more murder file added to the stack for Area 2 detectives. 8 days later, the violence had moved northwest. On June 10, 1400 block of North Artesian Avenue in the West Town neighborhood, Dayon Fiazel, a shorty from back in 1400 known as Dayon, tried to hit a lick not knowing this would be his last move. Just after 10:45 p.m., Dayon pulled up on a man getting things out of his car and tried to rob him, but this would-be victim had a concealed carry license. He pulled out his own gun and shot Dayon dead right there on North Artesian. Dayon was just 18. His body was rushed to Stroger Hospital, where he died from his wounds. In the neighborhood, there were rumors he was trying to make a name for himself, but some said he hadn't earned his stripes. The case would make headlines, but the streets would move on just as quickly. June 16th.
Bro, is being in the streets, bro, is that shit worth a nigga taking your life, bro? Like, is that shit really worth it, bro? Cause you in the streets, what's gonna happen? Shit, you might get a little bit of dope money. Shit, jail or hell, bro.
We saw the violence spill over the state line. Rashad Davis, Wookie from Moby, lost his life not in Chicago, but across the border in Hammond, Indiana. That night, most of the police tried to pull over a car near the Klein Avenue exit of I-80/94. The driver fled, leading police on a high-speed chase. The pursuit ended in flames as the car crashed off the highway and caught fire.
Damn.
Wookie, the only occupant, died at the scene. In 2012,
I ain't no way he made it out of that.
And his homie Bookie had survived separate shootings, both nearly dying. This time, there was no second chance. Back on the south side, June 17th would be marked by 2 tragedies. Terrion Thrower, known as Jigger from Nickel Gang in 600, died in a motorcycle accident. The exact intersection never made the news, but everyone in the set knew he was gone too soon. On that same day, violence came to the 2100 block of East 93rd Street in Calumet Heights. Johnny Jackson Jr., known as Lil Johnny from Ghoulie Gang, was behind the wheel of a Chevrolet when gunfire erupted. A bullet hit him in the back. Losing control, Lil Johnny's car crashed into another vehicle, then plowed into a house. Officers arrived to find him slumped, the engine still humming, and by the time he was pulled out, it was too late. He was only 18. June 19th, the city lost another at the 600 block of West 63rd Street in Englewood. Denzel Robinson, Gleesh from TTE, was leaving a store when a gunman opened fire. The sound echoed off the brick facades as Denzel collapsed. He was 32. The killing was as swift as the investigation that followed. His alleged killer, Jabari Johnson, was arrested the same day Denzel died, though not before another family was left in ruins. Early morning, June 21st, the near west side. It was about 2:30 a.m. when shots erupted in the...
Bro, I know the summer busing in Chicago, bro. You can't tell me it gotta be at least 3 buses.
Of West Roosevelt Road, near Tri-Taylor. Malik Johnson leaked from Marcus Way.
Why the fuck is this nigga looking like this, bro? Like, what the fuck, my nigga?
Stood outside on the sidewalk, not knowing 3 gunmen were about to jump out of an SUV.
Smoke him.
The burst of gunfire left Leak and a woman named China dead. Another man shot in the ankle. The shooters disappeared before the blood had dried, and the city would awake to another double homicide and another set of unanswered questions. 4 days later, June 25th, the 1200 block of South Springfield Avenue in North Lawndale was the scene of one of the most brazen murders of the summer. Dilla Florence, called Dillo from OTM, was relaxing on a porch with friends when a man disguised in a woman's coat and mask walked up.
He dressed up as a bitch?
relaxing on a
He
porch
put a
with
wig on,
friends
gang?
when a man disguised in a woman's coat and mask walked up. Within seconds, the gunman fired multiple rounds, striking Dillo in the neck and body. Dillo was 46.
Man.
The killer ran off.
Bro, if a nigga dress up as a woman to get you gone, bro, you really did some shit, bro. Ain't no niggas doing that, bro, to no regular nigga. They not dressing up as no woman to get you gone, bro. They not doing it, bro. What the fuck could you have done, my nigga?
His disguise in the yard of a nearby senior center before his getaway. The shooter, Tyron Mars, would later be charged with murder, but Dillo's loss would hit the block hard. The afternoon of June 28th saw more bullets,
Rest in
more
peace
pain
to all
at
the
800
ones
block
in
of
here
East
that's
63rd
gone,
Street.
man.
Inside a Woodlawn gas station, Keenan Campbell Rorell
Shit's
from Gyro
fucked up.
City was shopping with his son and some friends. Two men entered and started shooting. Keenan was hit several times and rushed to University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced.
Bro, I heard them hospitals in Chicago, them bitches are straight trash. They do not give a fuck about you, my nigga. They will let you die. Yes, they will let you die, bro. I heard it's only one good hospital in Chicago, bro. And the city big as fuck, my nigga. So that mean you got, if it's for them bitches, you got 75% chance of dying, my nigga. No cap. Real shit.
Dead. His young son was found with his father's blood on his clothes. A horrifying sight no child should ever have to witness.
Nah, that's fucked
the
up.
calendar flipped to July, but the violence stayed the same. On July 2nd, at the 12,000 block of South LaSalle Street in West Pullman, Ronald McClain, known as Drills from 95 Mob, sat inside a car as a dark vehicle pulled up. Shots were fired, one striking him in the head. He was rushed to Advocate Christ Medical Center,
Where he was
but there was
pronounced
nothing
dead.
they could do. That same night, just after 11 o'clock p.m., the River North District erupted. At 311 West Chicago Avenue, outside Artist Restaurant and Lounge, a mixtape release party for local rapper Mellow Bucks had just ended. As a crowd
heard
milled
about
outside,
this.
a dark-colored car pulled up and someone opened fire. In seconds, 4 people lay dead, and at least 14 others were injured. Among the fallen, Leon Andrew Henry, L. Peasy from NLMB, and Devontae Terrell Williamson, Vontae from WAP Gang. Both were young, both deeply loved by family and friends. Williamson had just gotten his CDL and was a loving father to his young daughter. Among the dead was also 26-year-old Taylor Walker, a hairstylist and former dance team captain who was planning a vacation the next week. Alongside her was 27-year-old Fabian's King, quiet,
Well, y'all niggas
loyal,
be going
and completely
ballistics in the
uninvolved
rack,
streets.
bro. Y'all
Both
do
were
not
there
be
to support
playing.
friends caught in a storm they never saw coming. The shooting was called one of the worst in years. For the families in the city, it felt like war. July 3rd, the violence returned to the far south side. On the 9900 block of South Bensley Avenue, Reginald Edwards, Gino from Zolan/Chestnut, was standing outside when a car pulled up. A hail of gunfire followed. Struck multiple times, Gino died at University of Chicago Medical Center less than an hour later. Independence Day
Bro, them
weekend,
hospitals don't
July
be
5th,
saving
the
nobody,
1000 block
bro.
of North Laverne Avenue in the Austin neighborhood. Police responded to a call early that morning and found Brian Keith Meeks, BJ from Ghost Mob, TNG, dead inside a residence, shot
DJ
in the head.
Ghost.
He was only 30 years old, another casualty of a holiday weekend that would see even more bloodshed citywide. On July 6th, Demeki Davis Meek from FBG 157 was in the 9600 block of South Brennan Avenue in the South Daring neighborhood when he was shot 5 times, 2 to the chest, 3 to the right leg. Davis was taken to University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition, but died a short time later.
Damn.
FBG 157 and 10 gang were tight, but even alliances couldn't shield Meek from a stray bullet. July 8th, the streets of Humboldt Park saw more gunfire. On the 600 block of North Monticello Avenue, Kavaje Fitch, Sosa from OTE, was standing outside with a friend around 11:45 a.m. when 4 gunmen exited a gray car and opened fire. Fitch, hit several times in the head and body, died at Stroger Hospital. He was 28 and his murder would leave OTE reeling. By July 10th, the violence had come to Armour Square. Just after 2 a.m. on the 3700 block of South Wells Street, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build in
This will
minutes
get
with
cut
Base
out the
44.
video.
This finance app solves your business headaches, tracking invoices, managing clients, keeping payments in check, all in one place. Go to
Miller, Whitey, also known as Tyson from MTG 39, was shot in his own hood. He and another man were both hit, but Miller took a round to the chest and died at University of Chicago Medical Center. Tyson was respected, quiet, a real original. Some say he's the Tyson Dirk meant in the rap tracks. Now another OG going too soon. Next day, July 11th, tragedy struck Riverdale.
Bro, y'all niggas be 35, still want to be an OG and in the streets, and go get you a wife and some kids, my nigga. Go get you a crib, gang. The streets don't got shit for you, bro. It ain't no love in the streets, bro.
13,200 block of South Langley Avenue, Prince Johnson, Big Primo from Buff City, was shot multiple times in the head. Primo had only recently come home after serving time for a murder in the early 2000s. At 43, he was still considered a top dog, but the game he survived for years finally caught up to him. Police found him dead at the scene. Early July 13, Devon LaSalle, Freaky, from OTE, was found shot in the 800 block of North Cambridge Avenue, River North. Multiple wounds to the body. Freaky was an OG long out of street politics, but the bullet didn't care about retirement. He died at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. OTE, second major loss of the year. Not long after the shooting, police moved quickly. Just hours later, authorities arrested Maurice Timms, age 49, in connection with LaSalle's murder. Timms was taken into custody and charged, bringing at least some sense of closure for a case that left another family in mourning. On July 18th, the shooting came to East Garfield Park. Demarion Ligon, Chop from TTU, was standing outside on the 2800 block of West Arlington Street around 10 p.m. Someone walking by pulled out a gun and shot him in the torso. Chop died at Mount Sinai Hospital, another statistic for the city's grim homicide map. The next day, July 19th, South Shore. On the 2000 block of East 68th Street, police found Demetrius Cole Jr. Michi from UMG, shot to death. His family suspected he'd been backdoored by someone he trusted, maybe even set up by a girl. Another young life ended, another family forced to bury a son.
And you got set up by a female, bro. You gotta, bro, them females, bro. I think niggas die. Like, niggas dying over females, bro. That shit is so common nowadays, bro. I seen one video, bro. Nigga say he told his girl to leave her AirPods at this nigga crib so he can get the low. I ain't never heard of no shit like that, bro. You motherfucking YNs, bro. Y'all getting too motherfucking smart, bro. Them YNs getting smart, bro. Y'all better watch y'allself.
The bloodshed didn't stop. July 24th, the 2000 block of East 103rd Street in South Damon from Met Boys was found with gunshot wounds to his torso and leg at 3:20 a.m. He died at the scene. Damon was the brother of Kayo, killed back in 2013, and his family believed he too was backdoored. Two brothers, two funerals, both claimed by the same streets. By July 29th, OTM will lose another in the first block of Northwestern Avenue on the near west side. Antonio McDuffie, Lil Tone, was hit in a drive-by just before 10:40 p.m. He was shot in the legs and head, taken to Schroeder Hospital, and died the next morning. A 49-year-old man was also shot but survived. Every one of these lives was lost in just 2 months. That's the kind of reality they're facing in Chicago right now. It's not just numbers. It's sons, fathers, friends, entire futures wiped.
Hey, bro, if y'all in Chicago, bro, make sure y'all stay the fuck up out the way and mind your motherfucking business, man.